Welcome back. If you guys have watched the channel, you would have seen that we did an unboxing of the Bear Creek Arsenal, not Bear Creek Ballistics, Bear Creek Arsenal 350 Legend upper. We went through, opened it up, got it put on the lower, got the scope put on. Today we're going to do some shooting with it. I got my target set up here at 25 yards, and we're going to get ourselves a close zero. Then I'm going to move it out to 100, and we're going to see how this gun shoots, how it cycles. There's been some controversy of this upper, that it doesn't cycle, doesn't feed, all that. So I didn't do anything special to it. I didn't change out the buffer tube. I didn't polish anything. I just left it as it is. We're gonna run the magazine I got from my Ruger, and we're just gonna see how this gun shoots. And hopefully one of the ammos that we brought today will give us a good enough pattern that we can have it set up for deer season. So should be interesting, should be fun. So stay tuned and we'll see how it shoots. We're gonna do 1 or 2 shots and then make an adjustment and then bring it down to 100 and go for groups. Helps if you put the magazine in all the way. All right. Little high. I'm going to throw one more on there just to make sure I didn't pull it, and then we'll make our adjustment. Perfect. We are touching holes. So I've done this in the past in a couple other videos, and I think I've rushed it. I kind of messed it up. So the way I do my adjustment is I don't count the clicks. I don't do any of that. So I'm going to go back to the point of where I was aiming. My bullets are up and to the right. I'm like 2 inches to the right, and I'm like 3-4 inches up. So I'm going to go back to the point of where I was aiming. I'm going to look through my scope, and I'm going to adjust my crosshairs. I'm going to watch the reticle move. I'm going to go to the middle of the 2 shots that I did. So if you do this and you do 3 shots, just go in the middle. If those 3 shots are touching, just go in the middle of those 3 shots. You'll look through, make sure you have a solid rest, and you'll move those over until they fall in the middle, and you should be pretty close. I mean, you might be off at 100 a little bit, have to make some more adjustments, but the same thing at 100. I'll do the same thing. I'll shoot for groups, and I'll move my reticle until it falls in the middle of that grouping. So we'll go ahead, safety. I'm gonna go in here, go right back to where I was aiming, and then without touching the gun, over and up. Right there. So we'll go throw one more shot, and we should be pretty close at 25. Perfect. All right, I'll bring the camera down there and I'll show you what I was looking at. I'm down here at 25. So I was aiming right here, and my first 2 shots were an inch to the right, 2 inches up. Both shots were touching. So then I went back to my scope, put my dot here, and I moved my reticle till it hit right here. And then boom. So very easy sight in. I could have done this in 2 shots, but I like to verify with 2. It's 1 extra round, but it gives me a better peace of mind on it. But all right, we'll get a new target on here, and we'll get our target moved down to 100 and shoot for groups. I will say, so far, just the feel of this this upper. It shoots very, very good, cycles good, and I got almost no recoil to it, and I'm loving it so far. All right, we got the target set up at 100 yards. I'm gonna do a 5-shot group with the Deer Season XPs, 150 grain. Top target will be for the 150s, bottom target will be for the 180s. And I am on full power, which is a 10 power. All right, go ahead and switch over to the 180s and do a 5-shot group with those. All right, we got the power points loaded up, 180 grain. We'll go ahead and do another 5-shot group. Bottom target. We got one hang up. I think that's just live round. All right. Go down there and take a look. Kind of hard to see the grouping. I think they both look pretty good for being 100 yards and in, but we'll go down there and take a look and see what we got. I can't really tell. So if you look at this, the top target was for my 150s. So there's 1, 2, 3. And I don't know, I think these ones are already here, so I'm going to have to come back out and do some more shooting with this. But there's 3 shots at 100. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots at 100 with the 180. So I'm thinking that the 150s are going to be my round of choice for this, which is good because my Ruger shoots the 150s. But then again, that's still not a bad group for 150 yards. If I brought that down a little bit, but I'm going to go back at 100. I'm going to go back to the table. I'm going to make an adjustment. I'm going to bring my group up. I'm going to throw 3 more shots at the center at the target for both rounds and see if there's any difference there. All right, we're back here at the table. We're going to go ahead and make our adjustment. Then we're going to put 4 rounds of each at the center of the plate, or center of the target. Right there. Alright, so yeah, I mean the 150s look like they're grouping better, but I can't really tell because I can only verify 3 of the 5. So I'm gonna try to bring the grouping to the center of the target and see if we can get a better reading. Alright, first up is the 180s. That's the bottom target. Alright, well, we're in the bottom edge of that circle. Looks like about the same size group with those 180s. So we're going to go ahead and load up the 150s and shoot for the top. Alright, we got the 150s loaded up. And we're going to go ahead and see how these ones are grouping. Hopefully get a better reading. This up a little bit. Alright, got our group. Head back down there and see what we got. That gives us a little bit better of a reading. So I put my crosshairs here, brought everything up to where my bullets were hitting, brought it back down. So these are the groups to the 150s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe I put one in the same hole. I don't think I did. But I don't see a hole over here, so, and these 3 shots are there. There are my 3 shots I verified from the first grouping, so maybe I put them all in the three holes. I don't know. But there's, oh, we did 4 shots, sorry. I thought we were doing 5. Yeah, so 4 shots here. That's a decent grouping. I mean, is it good? No, it's about a 2.5 inch group, but this is my tree stand gun. This is my in the woods gun where I'm only going to get a 50-60 yard shot anyway. So I'm pretty happy with that for what it is. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably keep that. Down here the 180s, there's 2 shots there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The 180s or the 150s are going to work for this gun for what I want it for. I'm probably going to stay with the 150s only because my Ruger American shoots the 150s and I don't want to try to mix up ammo or accidentally throw the 180s into the Ruger. But we'll see. I'll do some more testing here soon and maybe find a better round that gets us a little bit tighter. Alright, well that's going to wrap this video up. Yeah, the Bear Creek Arsenal. I mean, yeah, you read videos or reviews on it where it's It doesn't feed, doesn't function. I mean, I had one hang up with feeding around, but I have not cleaned this upper from the factory. I have not done anything to it, so I think with a good cleaning and a good oil in there, I think it's going to function good, and eventually it's just going to break in and get better and better with time. So I'm happy with it, and for the price, you can't beat it. And I think right now with the groupings that I have here, the 180s and the 150s, holding that kind of group at 100, I'm happy with it. And I got a doe over here yelling at me. Yeah, that's, I mean, a 2-inch group at 100 yards isn't something to write home about by any means, but this is going to be my tree stand gun, walking through the woods gun, where I'm only going to get a 50, 60 yard shot anyway. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to do some more testing here and hopefully find a better round that groups better. But right now my Ruger shoots the 150s very, very well. So might as well just keep the 150s. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So again, as always, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you all. I love coming out here and just fine-tuning my equipment, making sure that I'm as good as I can be when it comes to hunting season. So I appreciate your guys' feedback, the comments, everything. If you have any more suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Like, comment, subscribe. It all helps out and keeps me out here doing what I'm doing. So again, I appreciate you guys, and stay tuned for the next video.